test for South Forsyth right off the bat here in week 1.
And you know that they can already move up this year. You're right. They can go up to AAA right now, and you're right. It's going to be a challenge.
All right. Well, when we come back, we're going to have the kickoff and all the action for you right after this. Stay tuned.
When you have questions about keeping your automobile running its best, stop by Forsyth Brake and Tune-Up, the county's oldest, cleanest, and most reliable shop. Here you'll receive friendly, professional help from state-certified technicians who will assist you inspect and repair your vehicle using state-of-the-art equipment. We're headquarters for all your emission testing and repair needs. Remember, if you want it repaired properly the first time, stop by and see the professionals at Forsyth Brake and Tune-Up on Canton Highway in Cumming.
The South Forsyth War Eagles, a team that was just one win away from the region crown last year, a team with a new stadium and a new attitude. Coach Norris Vaughn is in his second year as the War Eagles head coach and will look to guide his team to new heights. And Wesley Ellis, the senior quarterback, who will look to lead the War Eagles offense into the end zone. Never again will the South Forsyth War Eagles visit Forsyth County Stadium as a home team. With the addition of War Eagle Stadium to the county, the War Eagle football team will look to break in their new home against Dacula, a team that defeated the War Eagles last year in the first week of the season. But revenge mixed with a new facility full of Screaming Eagle fans will accelerate the adrenaline for the War Eagles. And it's all right here next on Football 97. Hello everyone, welcome back to Football 97 right here at week 1 at War Eagle Stadium at South Forsyth High School. Once again, Dave Garner along with Lynn Kane bringing you all the exciting action. We're just a few minutes away from kickoff right now. In fact, we're awaiting a parachutist to bring in the game ball, actually about 4 or 5 parachutists that'll be in here momentarily. So the action is heating up as the adrenaline is flowing right now in that South Forsyth locker room, I'm sure. And this is going to be quite a contest. Once again, Lynn Kane, good to be with you here broadcasting some high school football. And week 1 should definitely serve to be an exciting one with a great matchup, the Dacula Falcons and the South Forsyth War Eagles.
Yeah, Dave, it's a great night to have a football game. As you can tell, it's humid out and nice and clear sky, so we'll be able to see those parachutists come in with no problem, right?
Definitely, definitely. And again, they are just a couple minutes away. A few minutes from kickoff right now, and the tension is building. The Dacula Falcons, of course, last year making the playoffs with a very impressive 12-1 overall record after last season. Meanwhile, the South Forsyth War Eagles also made it to the first round of the playoffs before being put out by Cedartown. Their final record on the season was 7-3-1. The South Forsyth War Eagles were just a game away from the region championship last year after losing a close game at the end of the season against cross-county rival Forsyth Central. That, of course, will take place later on in the year. First things first, the Dacula Falcons tonight coming here with a running back that's well known throughout the state, Rico Poole. He'll be wearing number 30. He's a senior running back for the Dacula Falcons. So definitely one of the keys for the War Eagle defense is going to be to shut him down, and that is going to be quite a task.
Yeah, it's always a task when you have a running back that's pretty good. It puts a lot of pressure on your defense, and I'm pretty sure South is well prepared and ready to go and play tonight.
Meanwhile, the South Forsyth War Eagles will be led on the offense by quarterback Wesley Ellis, the senior quarterback for the War Eagles, along with running back Elijah Mitchell, who's just a junior, so we can look to see him next year in the future and the future of the South Forsyth program. But we can't forget about that defense anchored in there by Brian Fox, who averages 9 tackles a game. So he's definitely going to be a big key to that the defense for the War Eagles tonight. Yeah,
he's one of the defensive leaders that you're going to have on the War Eagles team, and you're going to expect him to fly around and make some tackles and hit some people. And, you know, his adrenaline is going to be flowing tonight. You know, like most of those guys are ready to go. You look back over the spring, they probably had a hard spring where they lifted weights and got themselves in shape. Then you go into two-a-day practice, and most likely he's had a real good two-a-day practice, and he's ready to play some football. He's ready to hit somebody else other than his teammates, right?
There you go. There you go. As you can see, the stadium's starting to fill up a little bit in front of your picture there. And cheerleaders gathering down in the end zone. All types of stuff happening here throughout the week at South Forsyth High School with the opening of War Eagle Stadium. while this game is going to be taking place tonight, don't forget the North Forsyth Raiders are in county action against the Forsyth Central Bulldogs right up the road at Forsyth County Stadium. So definitely a big-time matchup going on there, an inter-county matchup. And we will see those North Forsyth Raiders next week against these very same South Forsyth War Eagles that you're getting ready to watch right now. But as you can tell, the crowd is getting restless, and they're waiting for that chopper or plane or whatever it is that's going to come in here and drop those parachutes. We heard that it was going to be a helicopter, actually, which is pretty interesting. But it'll be a plane. We just confirmed, and there it is. That is more than likely it right there. As you get a nice shot of the plane out in the distance. Hopefully that's the plane. It could just be a Delta 737 there. I don't know. We talked before the game about Coach Norris Vaughn about the leadership and some of the things that he looks for as a coach and the attitude. And you had asked him about some of the pregame jitters and some of the things that happen before a player actually gets into a ball game. And of course, you playing professional football and being a whole Southern Cal grad and playing with some Heisman winner there, I'm sure you've experienced a lot of that. Tell us what it's like, Lynn, being a former player, to endure that kind of pressure and that nervous energy. You know,
first of all, David, I'd like to thank Coach Vaughn for giving us the opportunity to interview him at a crucial time. You know, it was about 6 o'clock, 6:30, somewhere around there, and he was still out here working with us. And he's had other players to worry about, junior varsity players along with the varsity players, and trying to keep things organized and keep the coaching staff going and in order and organized. And so we want to thank him for allowing us to take some of his time. You know, pregame jitters, it's something that I've seen players go out and be highly energetic out on the field and wind up getting themselves knocked out. A head concussion, and they're sitting on the sideline and they're not quite sure where they're at. They might even say they're somewhere in Japan or something like that at that point. But you're hoping that your players come out. Like I say, you want them to lather up pretty good and get a good sweat in, so that way they get that first energy out of them and they're ready to go out and play some sound football. Now, the next thing you want to do is see them out there consistently working on the techniques that you've developed over the spring and also going into two-a-day practice. So you're expecting that technique to take them through the jitters and try to keep their focus off the crowd, because you know they're looking at mom and dad and brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles and grandmother, grandpa. Everybody's sitting up in the stands watching them right now, and that can cause some jitters here. And they just announced the plane is nearby, and it must be people have spotted the jumpers, right?
Yep, it looks like the crowd's starting to stand up there a little bit. We're looking for the plane. It's around here somewhere. Everybody's kind of turning around looking. A few people seem to have spotted it somewhere. Here you get a look at a few of the fans attending this game here tonight. And this is a big deal. This school's been around about, I believe this is the 9th year of the school. There's a shot of the plane, and the first year of the stadium, everybody in this county has had to play at Forsyth Central's home, Forsyth County Stadium, but for the first time, the South Forsyth War Eagles can actually say that they have a true home in War Eagle Stadium.
David, I sure would like to meet the person that set this up, where you can get parachuters to come in to the high school game. You know, I've been at a stadium where they've had 4 jets go overhead. I was in the Rose Bowl, and boy, that's an experience. And they were pretty low too, but you got to get a clearance for that, and then to get a clearance of jumpers jumping here in the stadium. I got to meet that person. See if I can set up a few
somebody's got
ads with that guy.
Oh yeah, there you go. All right. Speaking of ads, we do want to thank again, of course, Wachovia Bank, Forsyth Break and Tune, Forsyth Appliance, and David's Discount, helping us out here with the broadcast. Again, the Dacula Falcons gearing up against the hometown South Forsyth War Eagles. The band for Dacula across the way there, getting set to head into the stands there. And we're waiting any moment now for this plane.
It's a great way to Christian the field, right? You got parachuters coming in. I can't wait to hear that bell. The bell every time they score a touchdown, right? You want to make sure we score one today.
There you go. Well, I'll tell you, some teams have cannons, and some teams do different things, but we got a bell here at South Forsyth, and I'm sure that you'll hear it ring tonight.
Oh yeah.
That's
anyone doing push-ups? Don't they? Some teams have it where somebody. I think it's the Auburn, where someone does push-ups, whatever the score is, they do the amount of push-ups.
There you go. There you go. Those military academies are infamous for that. There you get a shot of the plane heading over here, and I believe we're going to have a few guys jumping here as the crowd starts to yell here. They've really packed the stadium in here tonight. Wow. There we go. There's a couple guys there. There you get a look at them. Nice camera work there by our crew here. And there are the parachutists. There's 3 of them right there, and then actually 4 of them right there in the shot. And they will make their way down to the field here at War Eagle Stadium with the presentation of the game ball. There we go. The captains for both teams making their way to the middle of the field, but there you get a look, close-up shot of the parachutes, and that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I'm glad it's him and not me. I don't know.
I tell you, I have a hard enough time coming up to the top of this press box, much less being in a parachute. Boy, that's for sure. They're still way up there. They must be a little bit behind us. I'm having a hard time looking out the window, actually trying to find them. But
is that a flag he is waving?
Looks like, yeah. It looks like he's got a flag trailing there behind him. Some colorful sequences there. In a moment, that ball will be down here on the field, ready to start this game. Well, I tell you, the action getting exciting here. What a way to bring in the ball. I tell you, just like you've said, there's certain things I've seen, but nothing like this at a high school football game. Wow.
Yeah. Tell them that the guy with the yellow smokes the money.
The guy with the, actually they have a contest here. I believe if he dropped, the guy with the yellow smoke there, you get a look at him right there. If he drops the ball into a particular square, then that person will win a money gift, a money prize.
Where's the square?
That's what we're looking for there. Here we go. Let's see where that square's at.
He's pretty close, huh?
Yep. There he comes over the top of the light post there into the stadium with the American flag following behind. And he will make his way into the stadium. Here come the other guys in here now. One after the other. I'm still waiting for him to drop a ball. That's what I'm waiting on.
Some pretty good sized guys, huh? They look
sure
pretty big,
is.
huh?
Ooh, you got to bring that thing in there easy. That's for sure.
I like that. Smooth landing. I can go for that one.
All right.
Come on, slow down.
Yeah, you better watch out there. Well, there you have it. There you have it. What a way to kick off week 1 of Football 97 here in Forsyth County. Players now starting to come onto the field here. There you get a look at the Dacula Falcons with the gold helmets on, the white jerseys and white pants. The South Forsyth War Eagles will be blue, blue on blue. All blue there. The captains meet at the middle of the field, and we're about to get ready for some action. Some of the captains out there real quick, just right off the top of our head. Of course, you see number 7 out there at midfield. That is the quarterback, Wesley Ellis. Looks like number 44, Greg Lee, the senior running back out there, along with, looks like we got Scott Smith, number 33. Looks like basically the seniors out there. Number 25, also big play receiver Brian Brannon, who looks to have a big impact on the offensive side tonight. We are just about ready to get things underway. There you get a look at the crew. South Forsyth has won the toss, and they will receive. So we are just about ready to get things underway here at War Eagle Stadium. I tell you, man, Lynn, it's just exciting. That's all I can say. Reminds me, I was telling you earlier about woke up this morning, walked outside the house, and could smell the freshly cut grass, and it just reminded me of football. Actually, it wasn't that hot. It was just cool. It was just right for football. Perfect football weather here indeed, especially for Georgia.
It makes you think for a moment that you want to put the uniform back on, but like I say, for a moment. I like this view up here. I like watching, and,
there you go.
After playing 7 years, boy, you know, physical contact, it kind of wears you down a little bit.
Well, you think you miss it until you go out and cover them during 2 days of practice, and then you realize, hey, maybe this isn't such a bad spot. There you get a look at the War Eagles. The South Forsyth War Eagles have entered the playing field, and we're ready to get it on, baby. Dacula busts through the banner. The adrenaline's pumping as the balloons fly, and we're ready to start another season of Forsyth County football. The adrenaline's pumping, and so is the drum corps there for the Forsyth County South Forsyth War Eagle Marching Band. There is a look at our referees. Let's go ahead and run through the referees real quick for the night. The referee is David Hallquist. The umpire will be Tracy Harper. Linesman will be Brian Bogus. The line judge, Gary Lott. The back judge, Al Blanchette. And the ECO, Ricky Hunter, the guy up here sitting right next to us in the booth, running the old clock. So we are getting ready to kick off here. Again, the South Forsyth War Eagles will be on offense first, so we'll see what they got right off the bat.
I got a recruit.
Earlier there was a dedication to the field made to Butch Hansen, the head pro at the Polo Golf Club, along with Buddy Lane, Pat Domenico, and the Polo Club owner, Doug Glaze, and John Harrison. They were honored tonight. It's helping to build a field house here and help to get things going with the stadium, so we appreciate all the hard work, and I know South Forsyth High School has as well. And again, we thank the high school here at South Forsyth for letting us come out and broadcast the first week. We're getting ready to kick off here. Dacula lining up, and we are just about ready to get underway. Looks like Elijah Pitts back deep along with Brian Brannon. And ladies and gentlemen, it's football time in Forsyth County. That ball will be fielded around the 5, brought up across the 20. There's a seam across the 40. He's across the 45. He's going to break it in the open down the sideline, and he's pulled down across the 30-yard line. Number 23, Philip Williams, the senior running back, with an excellent return.
Philip Williams is a transfer from Lovett, and he did a great job of reading his blocks. You can tell that he used his speed and just found that crease and accelerated through it. And boy, that pretty long stride on that sideline. Almost took that all the way back.
Sure did. 60-yard return officially there for Williams on the play. And the War Eagles will start out with great field position. Ellis, the quarterback, under center. He will dive to the left side there for a gain of a few. That was Scott Smith on the carry, number 33, the junior running back, who's going to have to step up and have a big game tonight for that War Eagle offense.
Fine job of blocking on that left-hand side with the lineman. It looked like it's just basic routine play because they left the linebacker alone, and he just ran right. Smith ran right by the linebacker.
Second down and 6 for the South Forsyth War Eagles, down on the Falcons' 26-yard line. Here you get a look at Wesley Ellis. Split backfield there, pitch to the right side for little or no gain on that play. Again, that was Scott Smith, the ball carrier.
Fine defensive play by the linebacker and defensive back. War Eagles trying to run a quick pitch and get around that corner, but there's nothing there.
We'll try to run through a few of those linemen as we go along through the night, but looks like Adam Johnson in there. And there's Ellis. He's looking to throw. He's going to circle around, look downfield. He's got a man in the corner. Oh, overthrown. That pass intended for Brian Brandon, just a little long.
Boy, Ellis had Smith open in the flat area. They seemed like it was a play-action play, and then they run a bootleg to the outside, and then Smith was in the flat, but he chose to go to the next receiver.
There you get a look at Brian Brandon, number 25, split out wide, along with number 46, Mac Smith, senior tight end. So here we go. 4th down, and they're going for it. Ellis looking to pass. Now he's going to keep it. There's a flag down. Ellis makes a nice little move, and he's close to that 1st down marker. Actually, he has the 1st down, but there is a flag, so we'll check the penalty.
They might have the illegal man downfield. Looked like Jason Payne was downfield.
We'll have to check the call here. Oh, it's a face mask on the defense. So a break there for the War Eagles, and that'll give them the 1st down. That was a nice little scramble there by Wesley Ellis, and I knew they were working on that in practice a little bit. Ellis pretty mobile back there in the pocket. There's the replay there. As you see Ellis scrambling out. Makes a nice little run there for the 1st down. So that'll bring up a 1st down and 10 after the penalty for the War Eagles, who will have the ball just inside the Dacula Falcons' 10-yard line. 1st down and goal, I believe. Split backfield now with Twins left. Handoff up the middle, driving and driving down close to that goal line is number 44, Greg Lee.
Greg Lee doing a fine job of running behind his big offensive lineman. He had blocked by Josh Bird and also Adam Johnson on the inside of center. Well, they're just making some holes and giving them lanes there.
One thing we don't have on us is height and weight, and I tell you, I'd like to have some of the weight on these offensive linemen, especially Josh Bird and a couple of those other guys. Man, oh man, they got some size up front there. That definitely helped him to get a few yards there. 2nd down and goal now from the, looks like the 4-yard line. Again, Twins left. Handoff left side, close to the goal line. Down around the 1-yard line.
Well, that's a tough run by Williams. You can tell that he knows what he's doing with the ball. He saw that goal line. You teach the running back, but once he gets to that goal line, accelerating, go straight forward, and he was just going to run someone over in order to get in the end zone, and that's tough running there.
Scott Smith checks back into the ball game for the War Eagles, who find themselves in a 3rd and goal situation. There you get a shot of Ellis. Twins left. Split backfield. Handoff left side. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown. South Forsyth War Eagles take a 6-0 lead with 8 minutes and 23 seconds left in the 1st quarter.
They've got a man down that's hurt right now for the War Eagles.
And that could be costly there. The War Eagles already with 3 starters out for this ball game, and they can't afford to lose any more there. Touchdown's good at 6-0. That offensive line really doing a good job up front, opening up some big holes there.
David, in addition to that, we got to go all the way back to the return where Williams brought it all the way down to the 30-yard line, and this is something that we talked about. Here we're going to get a chance to see the replay. There's the handoff to Smith, and Smith, that left-hand side, is just doing a fine job of blocking of Adams, Johnson, and also Josh Bird. They just, look at it, you see the excitement. This is the first touchdown in this stadium, a new stadium, and they had put together a very important drive, the first series, to have the ball and drive it all the way down and score a touchdown. That's fantastic.
So the War Eagles do indeed score the first touchdown ever in War Eagle Stadium. What a better way to do it. It was all set up, of course, by that 60-yard kickoff return by Philip Williams. And there you get a look at the injured player, Brian Fox, the junior tight end, being helped off the field. Hopefully it's not too serious. He's limping off there on his own will, so it's good to see that he's up. And we await the extra point. Attempt there for the War Eagles. Again, Dave Garner, Lynn Kane with you here on the Prestige Division 4 opener of Football 97 here at South Forsyth High School. And here we go. Ellis will hold for the extra point for Drew Holohan. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So the War Eagles take an early 7-0 lead here with 8 minutes, 28 seconds left in the first quarter. We're going to take a timeout and be right back on Football 97.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a winner on the square contest from Piercing, The square was SF 2036.
Institution understand your direction? Or are you following plans designed for others? We are here to give you options you didn't know you had, to welcome you as the unique business you are and offer alternatives that are right for you, to create a relationship that will help you take your business where you want it to go.
Contact your local Wachovia of Forsyth County personal banker.
The South Forsyth War Eagles here at War Eagle Stadium, the first week of Football 97. The War Eagles will kick off now to Dacula, and we'll see what they got on offense. And there is the kick, taken at around the 20-yard line and brought down hard, just shy of the 30-yard line by a host of War Eagles. So now the War Eagle defense will get tested here. And we'll see what they're made of. Again, they are anchored by number 76, senior Josh Bird. And you can look for them to be physical. So Dacula on offense now. Split backfield, receivers to the left and right, handoff right side. Sniffed out immediately by those War Eagles.
Great penetration by Josh Bird. He just worked his way upfield. When you have your defensive line controlling the line of scrimmage like that, they're going to make some big plays, and we saw that on display.
There you get a look at a couple of the guys on defense there, Lance Callis and number 2, Ben Fish, the junior defensive back, calling the secondary signals there. But there is a flag on the play on that last play, and it looks like a face mask, so it will be a first down for the Dacula Falcons. After one play, there was a face mask by South. 8 minutes, 11 seconds here in the first quarter of play. 7-0, War Eagles on top. First down and 10 for Dacula. Man in motion to the right. Pitch out to Poole. He has a seam around that right side, and he's going to break it open and get down inside the 30-yard line of South Forsyth. Well, already Rico Poole for Dacula making a big impact on that offense and that backfield there. Turning the corner, finding a little seam, and getting a nice little gain.
Yeah, Dacula just coming out running a quick pitch and getting the Poole out there and making some head. And that's just great execution on Dacula's part.
First down and 10 for the Falcons. Split backfield this time, twins right. War Eagles stack up a little bit there. Handoff left side, little hold there. Man on his feet, he's still going across the 15, and he will be brought down just shy of the 5-yard line. So just like that, Dacula right back in the ball game. That was number 42, Matt Willis.
Williams making a tackle on that play. He's doing a good job of playing. He's not only effective on offense, but here he is making a big play on defense. It's keeping him from scoring a touchdown.
So far, Dacula looking pretty impressive there on the offensive side of the football. South Forsyth going to have to reach down now and pull out something here. 7 minutes, 15 seconds and counting in the first quarter of play in the first week of Football 97.
Well, this is something we expected, David, this kind of game, this kind of intensity.
Definitely. Jeff Warbington, the quarterback for Dacula, will keep it, and he's close. Being driven back, though, by that defense, and he's shy of the goal line. Again, 19, Jeff Warbington, the sophomore quarterback, so he's a young guy.
Adjustments are going to be made on defense. We were expecting South to start making some adjustments on how they're going to play, especially in this situation with an excellent runner in Poco. You know, you expect something out of that. So you have to defend him or defend the quarterback. Which one are you going to take? And they're going to make their adjustments as we go along.
Second down and goal. We have a stoppage of play. as the referee, David Hallquist, steps in. And we've got a penalty. Looks like delay a game on the offense, so we'll move that one back 5 yards, and instead of 2nd and goal from the 1, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Changes the outlook a little bit.
Yeah, I meant to say Rico Poole instead of Poco. Excuse me for that slip. Rico Poole.
So 2nd down and 6 now. There you get a look at head coach Norris Vaughn, and now we have a timeout by the War Eagles. So while they take a timeout, we will too here on Week 1. Prestige Vision 4's coverage of Football 97.
Forsyth Appliance not only has moved to their new location, but they're now a full-line appliance dealer from Maytag, Magic Chef, and Geneer. That's right, Forsyth Appliance carries washers, dryers, refrigerators, ovens, and cooktops. And as before, they still service their own appliances, including sales and service for heating and air. So if the names like Maytag, Magic Chef, and Geneer mean quality to you, it's Forsyth Appliance. They're located just 1/2 mile west of Bethelview Road on Highway 20.
Welcome back to War Eagle Stadium. There you get a look at the defending state championship cheerleading squad under the direction of cheerleading coach Stacy McDaniel. Doing a fine job there. We're ready for action again on the field. 2nd down and 6. Dacula threatening down on that War Eagle 6-yard line after a 5-yard penalty and a timeout by South Forsyth. Warbington up to the ball. He will take it, pitch it out, and he will be stopped and dropped. Number 42, Matt Willis on the carry, stopped by a couple of defenders over there for the War Eagles, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Adam Johnson was one of the tacklers. It's like a wave, a blue wave that was attacking there, but Adam Johnson was one of the tacklers in that play.
I like that, the blue wave defense. How about that? They definitely converged there for a nice stop. So now it's 3rd down and 5, and the pressure kind of switches towards the Falcons offense. They're forced to try to punch it in here. Warbington under the ball. There you get a nice shot down the line. Going to take it, bootleg out, throw into the corner, dropped. Incomplete, couldn't quite hang on to the ball, and that was number 84, Heath Maxwell.
What a play. That fine play-action play that wound up pulling Williams up, and his man slipped behind him, and boy, if it wasn't for that slippery ball, it would have been 6 points.
Definitely, so the War Eagles catch a break there. With 5 minutes and 31 seconds left, it brings up a tough 4th down and 5 call, and we're going to see the field goal unit on the field for the Falcons. This will be about a 22-yard attempt. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So that cuts the lead there. The Dacula Falcons get on the board. 7-3 our score. We're going to take a timeout and be right back on Football 97.
Hi, I'm David from David's Discount, and this is my son Chad. Today we're going on a hunt for higher prices.
David's Discount in Cumming is hunting high prices. Come in now for great deals, mattresses, super furniture, dining room suits, bedroom suits, all at David's Discount. Come see us today. David's Discount, Atlanta Highway in downtown Cumming.
Welcome back to War Eagle Stadium. That is number 25, Brian Brannon on the kickoff return. He got out to the 25-yard line. Dave Garner along with Lynn Kane here, bringing you all the action from the first ever game at War Eagle Stadium. South Forsyth War Eagles lead 7-3 with 5 minutes and 19 seconds left here in the first quarter. They'll be on offense again, 1st and 10.
Offensive line, take it down that line. Offensive
There you get a look at Ellis. He's going to drop back, looking into the flat, complete to the sideline. And that was Elijah Mitchell on the carry, number 8. The junior running back makes a nice little grab there, and it's going to be 2nd down and 6.
On this play, we get a nice straight drop back pass from Ellis. He just dropped straight back and then hit Elijah Mitchell on the right-hand side, who made about 4 or 5 yards on that play. And that's just a routine play, and you're basically getting some reads. I would think the coaching staff want to read how they're going to cover that play.
2nd down and 6 now for the War Eagles, who lead 7-3 in this contest. Nice defensive stand there that held Dacula out of the end zone. And now we got to play off to the left side there, close to a 1st down. That was a nice little run inside by the War Eagles.
The War Eagles comes back and they run a routine blast play to the left-hand side of the field, which we have over there Adam Johnson and also Josh Bird blocking, doing a good job of blocking on that left side.
Phillip Williams indeed picks up the 1st down, 1st and 10. Just under 5 minutes remaining here in quarter number 1. Split backfield, receiver to the left and right. And Ellis will look to throw. Across the middle. Oh! Dropped at midfield. It looked like Mac Smith, number 46 there, had it but couldn't quite hang on to it.
Yeah, it appears that the coaching staff has found a weakness over that middle that they can go with play action. Remember, they run that blast play to the left-hand side with Williams, then they came back and ran Mac Smith across the middle, and there's a hole, a pocket right behind those linebackers, and they found it.
So it's 2nd down and 10 now. Ellis looking to throw again. He does. Same play, and this time a nice defensive play broken up by number 42, Matt Willis. So Willis doing it on the offensive and defensive ends now for Dacula. And that could have been an interception there. Max Smith found himself playing DB there.
Yeah, Willis did a good job of just reading, and he's sitting back there. He can see it all. You know, they're playing a 2-deep defense coverage. That's why they have 2 safeties in the middle, and the corners seem to be pressing on the wide outs. And then Willis is just there to make the play.
And in motion to the left side, Ellis. Pitch to the left. That is Elijah, who bounces it outside, but the play was strung out nicely by the defense for no gain.
Seemed like the Falcons had more than a man out there. Looked like they had 2 or 3 men out there. They're just basically waiting on that play.
Well, that's going to bring up a 4th down and about 10, so we'll see the punt team for the War Eagles come onto the field. It's a nice clear night here at South Forsyth High School, and the field is in great condition. Couldn't have asked for a better evening of football here in week number 1. Here is the kick. It's a nice little kick with some nice hang time. Going to be fielded, dropped around the 30-yard line. The War Eagles try to fall on it, but I think Dacula will have it back. That's Daniel Sharpton, the sophomore, making the recovery there.
Shelby Jones was the center that got a free chance to run down the field, and he was real within inches of recovering that ball. It was laying right there on the ground in front of him. Just a step a little slow.
So now Dacula will break the huddle with twins left. A 2-back set here. Little draw up the middle there. Poole is tripped up after a gain of about 2. Poole rushed for over 1,500 yards last year for Dacula High School.
Well, it looked like Scott Smith was laying on the ground. Number 33 was laying there and kind of tripped him up, reached up with an arm. That's some kind of play to make while you're laying on the ground, wouldn't you say?
Definitely. Indeed. So now that'll bring up a 2nd down and 7 for the Falcons. Again, same formation. Again, same play, left side. This time they stack it up again pretty well. This Poole's brought down after a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 5.
There you had Lance Callis in that position. He played linebacker on the outside. He's playing on the right-hand side. Was able to ward off his man and make the tackle. Fine play by and showing good quickness coming off his man.
now it's 3rd down and 5 here for the Falcons with a man in motion to the right, and they're going to pitch it out to Poole. They're going to call his number again, and he's going to be stacked up nicely again by that War Eagle defense, but he's actually close to that 1st down. I don't believe he got it, though. It's going to be 4th down, if I'm correct. And it is going to be about a yard.
Yeah, Chris Hopper did a good job, but once again, we go to the left-hand side, and you have the left linebacker playing a good job, warding off his man, staying in good football position, and making the tackle. That's what you expect your man to make on a guy like Rico Poole. That's a heck of a play.
Without a doubt. So it's 4th down and 1, and the Falcons will line up in punt formation. Back deep looks like Brian Brannon and Philip Williams. Here's the kick. It's a fairly good one. Will be handled, actually dropped, and they will let this one go. And it rolls inside the 30, and it'll be down there. So now the War Eagles will be back on offense again, trying to add to that 7-3 lead with just a little over 2 minutes left here in the 1st quarter. We're going to keep the action right here as Wesley Ellis trots back onto the field to lead the War Eagle offense.
Beautiful night to play football, right?
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. First down and 10 now for the War Eagles. Have a wing back, 2 receivers, 1 to each side. Ellis, handoff left side, short gain up to about the 30. That looked like Scott Smith on the bottom of that pile there.
Scott
with the carry.
Scott Smith was still able to pick up 3 yards on that play. You know, it wasn't much there. Dacula Falcons playing a good stiff defense, especially on the inside, stuffing the linebacker or the guards in the center and not creating allowing a lane there.
Smith, of course, rushed for 550 yards last season for the War Eagles, so he's looking to add to that this year. He's played solid so far here in this 1st quarter. Man in motion out to the right side. They're going to look to throw in the flat, and they do complete to Greg Lee out in the flat. And that's going to be close to a 1st down, though, for the War Eagles. Nice little screen pass there to Greg Lee.
Nice job by the South Forsyth team. They wound up sending them in motion and just have them go out. And that's pretty much like a sweep play, but it's you're throwing the ball there and you get him out in the open field like that, so hopefully he can get operated and make some things happen. He came real close to making the 1st down on this play. They're going to measure.
Lee took a nice little pop there, but was able to hang on to that ball, and as a result, possibly have a 1st down here. It's kind of hard to tell. The ball right in front of the War Eagles sideline, so the train crew will jog all the way across the field there. Let's see what we got. Looks like they're going to be a little short. So it's going to be 3rd down and probably less than 1. As South Forsyth breaks the huddle. Max Smith into the ball game at tight end with 2 back set and a receiver split left. So here we go. 3rd and a yard. And they're going to quarterback sneak it, and Ellis, on a 2nd effort, may have come close to that yard marker. Let's wait and see. We might be getting another measurement here.
Did you happen to see Ellis tap his center on the right-hand side, telling him he was going to run that sneak to that right side? So that might be a key for somebody that's on defense. You know, you can see that he just tapped that right side and that took off on over there and wound up making it 1st down.
Indeed, a nice effort there by Ellis and his offensive line. Gives the War Eagles a 1st down and 10 at their 38. Again, dual backs. Ellis going to drop back, going to look long. He's being pressured into the flat. He's going to keep it instead. Going to cut back across the middle with a little room there. Nice little scrambling by Ellis, and he's going to get a nice little 7-yard gain out of it.
Ellis showing good athletic ability. Not only can he pass the ball, but he's also showing that he can run too. Takes and pulls the ball down and wind up getting the yardage, whatever he can. Winds up coming up with 6 yards.
Just when it looks like he's going down, he breaks out of there, and then he's kind of like Jake the Snake Plummer. He can move around in there pretty good. This time we have no backs now. We got twins left and twins right for the War Eagles. Throw quick to the tight end. Nice little catch there for the first down, and that's Max Smith.
Well, that's a nice play. You wind up spreading your wide receivers in a twin formation with no back, but you got your tight end. You're hoping that someone loses sight on their assignment, and sure enough, here you have a tight end pop and get him the ball right away and just make the first down.
And you spread that defense out by putting all those receivers out there, and that does open up the middle a little bit. So it'll be first down and 10 now, and that is the end of the first quarter of play after 1. Dacula Falcons 3, your South Forsyth War Eagles 7. We'll take a timeout and be right back on Football 97.
When you have questions about keeping your automobile running its best, stop by Forsyth Brick and Tune-Up, the county's oldest, cleanest, and most reliable shop. Here you'll receive friendly, professional help from state-certified technicians who will assist you inspect and repair your vehicle using state-of-the-art equipment. We're headquarters for all your emission testing and repair needs. Remember, if you want it repaired properly the first time, stop by and see the professionals at Forsyth Brake and Tune-Up on Canton Highway in Cumming.
Welcome back to War Eagle Stadium for week 1 of high school football in Forsyth County. Our score here is 7-3. The South Forsyth War Eagles jumped out on top on their first possession on offense after the opening kickoff was run 60 yards by Phillip Williams. And from there, the War Eagles would punch it on down the field and score for the lone touchdown in this game. This is the very first game ever here at War Eagle Stadium at South Forsyth High. You get a look at some of the cheerleaders there. Happy to be here, along with much of the student body, and we return back to action going the other way now from right to left as Ellis will hand off to the left side, and that is Greg Lee on the carry. Lee gains about 2 or 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down and about 7.5.
War Eagles doing a good job of moving their men around. They wound up taking Williams and setting him out further out, Phillip Williams, number 23, and putting him in a slot formation and leaving a lone back, Gray Lee, in the backfield and just handing the ball off real quick and hopefully hitting one of those quick holes, and there they made a yard or so.
Williams will check out of the ball game for the War Eagles, and we'll see twins left. Elijah Mitchell out there, along with Brian Brannon. Ellis pitches to the left side to Lee. Finds a little seam, and he'll punch it up there for about 3 or 4 more, and that's going to bring up about a 3rd down and 4 situation.
Dacula having 7 in the box, pretty much 4 down linemen, and then 3 linebackers behind that. And then Forsyth War Eagles, South Forsyth, wind up pitching that ball, getting it outside, and stretching that defense. That's the whole key to this sweep play, is to stretch the defense and then find a lane, and there he wound up making a few yards.
So Williams and Brandon out to the right side. Nathan Samples to your near side. And now Ellis looking to throw in the flat. He's looking downfield. He has a receiver, and it's complete, I believe. And it is indeed. Boy, I tell you, a fight going on for that ball. But a nice catch there. Looks like Max Smith, if I'm not mistaken.
That was Greg Lee.
Was that Greg Lee?
Yeah, they're going. What they're doing is they're having a play action where they're running Williams to the left-hand side and running a bootleg, and they're sneaking that fullback out through the A gap or B gap, which is between the guard or the center, and then he goes out in the flat and he's wide open. You know, they're trying to lose people in there as far as assignments.
Greg Lee getting physical for that one. Doing what it takes to get that first down, and he did. 1st and 10 now for the War Eagles. They're driving inside the 25. Handoff left side. That is Scott Smith for a gain of a couple.
Once again, South Forsyth spreading that there's receivers out moving Williams over to a slot position, and they're spreading out people, taking those 7 linemen that are 7 defenders that are on the inside for Dacula Falcons and creating them to spread a little bit, and then hitting that running back, like in this case, Scott Smith, through a crease and hopefully making some yards, and they're doing a pretty good job of mixing it up.
Ellis now under center. 2 receivers to the left. He's looking to throw out into the flat, being pressured. Oh, and he's going to be brought down behind the 30 for a big loss there. That looked like number 50, Richard Austin, the senior linebacker and defensive lineman, on the tackle there.
On a play like that, you're hoping that the quarterback will just throw the ball away and take a loss of play at that point instead of a loss of yards.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and long now for the War Eagles, who need about 17 yards or so for first down. They find themselves back out to the 30, and we have flags. Looks like we have a legal substitution there by the War Eagles. So they'll march off 5 more yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 22.
It's the wrong time to self-destruct. You want your players to keep your heads in the game and stay focused, and that time they wind up with the illegal substitution.
And this time we're seeing the twins to the right and left again, so definitely throwing down there. A little middle screen set up nicely by the War Eagles. They got some room across the middle, across the 20-yard line, down to the 15-yard line, and that's Brian Brannon.
And they're going to have a penalty on the play. Williams wound up jumping off sides in the slot position, and boy, they're going to bring that back.
It looked like he was going down into a stance as the ball was snapped and moved just a little bit there. Couldn't quite catch himself. Illegal motion on the offense. There's a player down for the Dacula Falcons. Boy, that was a nicely executed play there. There you get a look at the replay. Brian Brannon found the seam up the middle there. Makes a nice little run, but it will be brought back. 8 minutes, 24 seconds left here in the second quarter. We're basically just underway here in the second quarter of play. 7-3, the South Forsyth War Eagles clinging to that 4-point lead. Once again, I'm Dave Garner, along with Lynn Kane in the booth, bringing you all the action here on Football 97.
It's Brandon Fiddler that's down, number 43. Can't tell what lifted him up now.
Looks like he's all right there. Lynn, of course, is a former running back. How frustrating is it when you make a nice run, you get about 20 or 30 yards and then it's called back on a penalty?
Oh, you don't want to shut down a drive like this, and for the team overall, it's very frustrating, and probably more so for the head coach. He wants to get another score, and especially before you go into halftime.
Twins right with a split backfield this time, as Ellis will take the snap, and a little draw to Williams there, trying to break it out to that right side, and he gets back about 7 or 8 yards of that lost yardage, but it's going to still bring it be 4th and long for the War Eagles. So they'll bring looks like they'll bring the punt team on there unless they're going to try for a long field goal, but that'd be a doozy. Looks like they'll indeed punt now as the Dacula returner stands inside his own 10-yard line. And there's the kick off to the right side, takes a Forsyth roll inside down to about the 5-yard line. It'll be down there by the War Eagles. So Brian Brannon downs the ball at the 5-yard line. And the Dacula Falcons start out with some bad field position here. So this is definitely an opportunity for the War Eagle defense to step up and take control here.
Well, that's exactly what you want to see. Greg Lee wind up kicking that ball and placing it right in the right area and just let it bounce and roll right into that area. And then the cover men are down there to cover the ball. So good job overall with the special teams.
There you get a look. 7 minutes, 36 seconds left in the first half. Warbington to the right side there for a gain of about 3 yards. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Brian Fox on that tackle, and Brian Fox had 9 tackles per game last year. So there he is making something happen again.
Stepping up, playing big.
Yeah. Starting where he left off, right?
That's right. That's right.
It's the kind of leadership you want to see on the field.
Definitely. Fox is a junior, so they'll have him next year as well. Worthington under center with a man in motion to the right. Pitch out to Poole to that right side. He's looking to string it out. The War Eagles are on it there, but not before a nice little gain there by Poole. Will more than likely give the Falcons a first down. And that was a gain of about 6 or 7 there for Poole, who continues to be a factor for that Dacula offense.
You know, that's an interesting play. You wind up, then you get tackled out of bounds, and the clock keeps running. Is that one of the rule changes?
They didn't wave him out of bounds.
Oh, they didn't wave him out. Oh, okay.
No, stayed in bounds there. It was close, but they said he stayed in, so the clock continues to run now. Worthington looking out to the right side. Got a man out there close to another first down, and that was number 42, Matt Willis. The senior running back with a nice gain there.
See, Lynn, if he does this.
So that's going to bring up a second down and short for the Falcons. They need maybe a half yard here. 7-3 our score. The War Eagles on D. Little pitch to Poole there, but they hit him at the line, and man, oh man, that's going to be close. That's close. Let's see. Looks like it's going to be a first down. So Poole narrowly picks up the first down there. 1st and 10 for the Falcons on their own 30-yard line, or actually 26-yard line. Excuse me. Twins right with a split backfield now. The War Eagles got to step it up here and play some tough D. Try to get this ball back. This time, looking to throw out in the flat. The ball is tipped, and I believe that bounced. And
yeah,
yeah.
That should be incomplete. That did hit the ground.
So it is incomplete, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Who was that got that hand on that ball there on the line? It was hard to tell there.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. It's hard for me to see. It looked like the linebacker out there, but I couldn't tell.
Nice play, though, either way by the War Eagles defense. Brings up a 2nd down and 10 now on the 26. And Worthington will keep it and be held for a minimal gain. Maybe a yard or 2 on that play, but that's all. The War Eagles stack that up pretty nice.
Lance Collis on that play, he's playing a good game. I've called his name several times to make it a tackle.
So now it's 3rd down and 7 with 4 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the first half. It's still 7-3. The War Eagles clinging to that lead, and they're looking to get the ball back on defense here. Receiver out to the left. Quarterback pitches out to Poole. Poole turns the corner, but he's going to be short of that first down. Nice job there by Phillip Williams, the senior, making the tackle out there on the corner.
Phillip Williams having an excellent ball game, not just on offense and special teams. He's played pretty well in every phase of this game. Whenever he's in the game, he's making some things happen.
Phillip Williams, the senior, is definitely going to be an integral part of that War Eagle offense this year. But maybe the defense, too, as we saw there. He's definitely going to be a man going both ways, doing it all. Special teams in the whole 9 yards. 4th down and 3, and here we go, a punt. Ooh, close to being blocked there. It's going to be taken. Fair caught by Brian Brannon just inside his own 30-yard line. So the War Eagles will be back on offense, and they'll try to score before the half. They've got 3 minutes and 43 seconds left to do it, as they cling again to that 4-point lead, 7-3.
War Eagles doing a good job of moving the ball. You know, when we look back and see what they've accomplished on each series, the first series they moved the ball down and scored a touchdown. In the second series they moved the ball well and wound up having some mistakes here and there. In the 3rd and 4th series they moved the ball well. So they've moved the ball every time well enough, but they're going to have to cut down on the mistakes.
So here we go. Oh, fumbled snap, and just like you said, cut down on some of the mistakes, and that is, of course, an early season type of mistake there. A bad exchange between the center and quarterback, looks like. That'll bring up second down now and 10 as Greg Lee checks back into the game.
And this is usually about the time where you want players to suck it up and play a little, focus a little more, and because you get a little winded, you're a little tired, you're going to make some mistakes, but you want to focus it a little more and pay extra attention to handing off the ball or holding on to it.
The carry there by Elijah Mitchell, but he is stopped at the just ahead of the line of scrimmage there for a gain of about a yard, and that's all. So it's going to bring up third down and 9 now for the War Eagles, and they need a big play here. There you get a look at number 44, Greg Lee. Greg Lee rushed for 300 yards last year in 3 games. So definitely the time he was in there, he did a very exceptional job, and they need him to stay healthy. That's the key, just to stay healthy. This team can go a long way if they do that, that's for sure. Ellis hands off left side, little hole there. He's going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards. And that was number 44, Greg Lee, the very man we were just talking about.
War Eagles are running to that left-hand side. They see something good on that left-hand side and made a few yards, but here it is, fourth down. They're going to have to punt.
And they are about 4.5 yards short, so they will punt it away with 2 minutes left here in the first half. And there's the punt. Looked like a little contact with the kicker there. That ball will go out of bounds and be spotted around the 45-yard line. The kicker took a pretty good little hit there, but they might have said that he was blocked into the kicker. And as a result, the Dacula Falcons will have the ball back on their own 40-yard line.
Well, that was a close call. It's hard to tell if that up man really blocked him into Lee, but the back judge thought so, and he's the guy that makes the rule, the call, right?
That's right, that's right. The back judge, of course, is Al Blanchette. So here we go. Dacula back on offense with a receiver to the left and right with a dual backfield, 2-back set. Little misdirection there to the right side. Closed off nicely, though, by the War Eagles there, and that was number 40, David Dyer, on the tackle.
Chris Moat up and making a play, too. He's the one that caused the problem, creating some problems for that offense when they were running the ball. He worked his way upfield, got in the backfield about 3 or 4 yards, which created some congestion for that play.
So it looks like we have a timeout here. So while the War Eagles take a timeout, we will too. We'll be right back on Football 97.
Where are you? Do you know where you want your business to go? Does your financial institution understand your direction? Or are you following plans designed for others? We are here to give you options you didn't know you had, to welcome you as the unique business you are and offer alternatives that are right for you, to create a relationship that will help you take your business where you want it to go.
Contact your local Wachovia of Forsyth County personal banker.
Welcome back to the action, being pressured and down for the sack. Big time play there by number 46, Max Smith. Doing it on both ends of the ball now. Warbington dropped back to pass as if to look for a little inside screen, but the defense was all over that as Max Smith records a sack.
I'm not even sure if they had a man assigned to Max Smith to block him. He just seemed like he came completely free on that play.
He sure did, uncontested, for a big play on defense, and that's what they need. They need more of those. They need some big plays on defense. Step up and get that ball back. 1 minute left here in the first half of play at War Eagle Stadium. Handoff to Poole to the right side. Got a little hole there, but a nice open field tackle by number 2, Ben Fish.
Boy, that's you had to hold your breath on that play. Here we're going to get a chance to see it again.
Here's the sack by Max Smith.
Sack by Max
Boy,
Smith.
I tell you, he didn't mess with Warbington. He just threw him down on the ground. Nice play there. Nice job by our Prestige Vision 4 camera crew. All the guys in the truck giving you all the shots and all the instant replays here tonight. Along with Lynn Kane, I am Dave Garner, bringing you all the action here on Football 97. Coach Vaughn out again to talk with his team here. Here we go. Back on defense once again now. And that does bring up 4th and long. Looks like Brian Brennan, the deep man for the War Eagles. Nice high punt. And they will let that ball go inside the 20, down to the 15, where it will be down. So the War Eagles will have the ball back with a little bit of time left to try to score, but they do find themselves deep on their own 15, 1st down and 10. There is 4 minutes and 46 seconds. The clock kind of confused me there for a second, so there's not just a minute, there's actually about 4 of them. So they've got a little time to score here. Leading 7-3.
On that one play where Ben Fish, number 2, wound up making that open field tackle. There was no one behind him. If he didn't make that tackle there, you're talking about a nice run further down the field for Poole. But he was there and made a good job of tackling him and held on to that ankle and brought him down.
So now Dacula calls a timeout. We're going to keep the action right here, though. As you see, the Dacula defense, actually that's 44 seconds left. I'm all twisted around now.
I think the head official is going to make, the referee's going to make the call right now. As far as time, he probably had the official time. He's going to, there you go.
There we go. Yeah, the time's being.
He said stop.
There we go. So officially 37.3 seconds left here in the first half. As there you get a look at Coach Norris Vaughn running off the field. So indeed there is under a minute left now. Wesley Ellis, the quarterback, will lead the offense here on the last couple plays here, the first half at War Eagle Stadium. He's looking to throw a little quarterback draw there. Finds a little room there. Nice scramble there up the middle of the quarterback draw across the 30.
It's an excellent call. In this situation, you've got 4 receivers spread out, and then you run a quarterback draw right up the middle. Boy, great call.
So now the clock continues to run, 25 seconds and counting. Again, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Ellis looking to throw. Again, another quarterback draw. He's going to find a little room. He slips through there for about 4 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down as the clock will stop with 10.6 seconds left. And the War Eagles will call a timeout. Perhaps maybe 1, maybe 2 plays left. Depending on where they go with the ball, you'd think they'd have to go towards the sideline if they're trying to set up 2 plays here. So the War Eagles, led by head coach Norris Vaughn, will try to put something together here with 10 seconds left. And there you get a look at Coach Vaughn out there instructing his offense on this last play or 2 here. Stay tuned for halftime. We're going to have a little report and a recap of the first half along with the War Eagle Marching Band, so you won't want to miss it. Stay tuned for the first ever halftime here at War Eagle Stadium. I tell you, this night was really kicked off with a bang with those skydivers.
David, you pretty much have to expect that Coach Vaughn is saying, hey, we've got 1 more play or 2 more plays, but we don't want to make a mistake and put the balls in their hand and have them come up with some points.
2 receivers to the right, a little draw there. And that is Phillip Williams on the carry for a short gain. And that is going to do it for the first half of play. So the first half of play at War Eagle Stadium is complete. And the South Forsyth War Eagles lead it 7-3 over the Dacula Falcons. We're going to take a timeout and be right back on Football 97.
Forsyth Appliance not only has moved to their new location, but they're now a full-line appliance dealer from Maytag, Magic Chef, and Geneer. That's right, Forsyth Appliance carries washers, dryers, refrigerators, ovens, and cooktops. And as before, they still service their own appliances, including sales and service for heating and air. So if the names like Maytag, Magic Chef, and Geneer mean quality to you, it's Forsyth Appliance. They're located just 1/2 mile west of Bethelview Road on Highway 20.
Welcome back to War Eagle Stadium here for week 1 of Football 97. This is the first ever game and halftime show here at War Eagle Stadium at South Forsyth High School. And there you get a look at the South Forsyth High War Eagle Marching Band. The first half was definitely a doozy that has seen the South Forsyth War Eagles take the lead here as they lead at halftime 7-3, a very low scoring affair. But right now, let's take a listen to the South Forsyth War Eagle Marching Band. Well, welcome back again from that halftime performance. That was the South Forsyth War Eagle Marching Band. Nice little job there of entertaining the crowd here at halftime. Our score is 7-3. The South Forsyth War Eagles on top of the Dacula Falcons, and Lynn, South Forsyth scored off that first possession, but since then have unable to put it in the end zone. What are they going to have to do to try to get some more scores going?
Well, just like we said at the end of the first half, that they're going to have to cut down on their mistakes. They've made quite a few mistakes, a fumble from the center snap. Then you have a running back that jumps off sides, and the man makes the first down on a third down situation. And you've got to stop shooting yourself in the foot and start playing sound, good football. And that's something we talked to the head coach about, that he wanted his players to execute properly tonight, you know. So that's one of those things that you expect to turn around in the second half.
All right, there you have it. We're going to take a quick timeout and talk about the second half a little bit more right after this on Football 97.
Hi, I'm David from David's Discount, and this is my son Chad. Today we're going on a hunt for higher prices.
David's Discount Incoming is hunting high prices. Come in now for great deals, mattresses, super furniture, dining room suits, bedroom suits, all at David's Discount. Come see us today. David's Discount, Atlanta Highway in downtown Cumming.
Welcome back to War Eagle Stadium. We're getting ready for the second half of play. The South Forsyth War Eagles lead the Dacula Falcons 7-3 after the opening offensive possession of the game. It was a 60-yard kickoff return by Phillip Williams that set things up for the South Forsyth War Eagles. And then from there, a combination of Scott Smith, Greg Lee, and Wesley Ellis giving the ball around each other there. They were able to punch it in for the score. So that's where we're at here. The defense pretty stellar for the War Eagles. They've kept Rico Poole to a minimum tonight, and they've kept him out of the end zone, which is the most important thing. They're definitely going to have to keep it up on defense. This game could definitely turn either way.
Yeah, Brian Fox and Lance Collis has been playing a tough game. They've done a good job at the linebacker position and making some good stops. And remember that key tackle by Ben Fish, he's the one that made that open field tackle to keep Poole from going all the way for a touchdown or for a gainer, more or less. So the defense has been playing well, stepping up and stopping the Dacula Falcons at the right time.
And there you get a look at the South Forsyth War Eagles coming back on over to the sideline, getting ready to tee it off here in the second half. The War Eagles, of course, won the toss to open the game, so they will kick off this half to the Falcons, who continue to stretch out there on their side of the field. While we have a minute, we do want to thank our PA announcer, Mr. Mike Freeman, doing a very exceptional job tonight, calling the shots out of the box. We also want to thank Wachovia Bank, Forsyth Appliance, Forsyth Break and Tune, and David's Discount. We also want to thank Prestige Cable Television for making it all possible, and again, South Forsyth High School.
David, I hope you don't mind. I was walking around and had a chance to run into a couple of middle schoolers that were on the football team, and Philip Samples, number 20 for the Gators. He's a running back from South Forsyth. Then Deshaun Powell, number 22, Eagles running back from Alpharetta. Then a couple of their friends, their teammates, and Kelly Raffoli, running back from South Middle School, number 24. His dad runs a commercial on the cable.
Yep, Channel 53.
Yeah, so it's I got a chance to run into those guys, and they had a friend named Josh Martin. I said, hey, I'll mention you guys' name on the television.
There we go. We're underway here in the second half of play. That ball across the 35 for Dacula, and that's where they'll start with fairly decent field position there. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Falcons, who will look to try to punch it in the end zone. But that War Eagles defense sure is stiff, and they're going to try to get the ball back for Wesley Ellis and crew. And here we go. That is Jeff Warbington, the quarterback, number 19, with the man in motion to the right side. They're going to hand off to Poole off the right side. He's going to be stacked up and hit hard for a gain of about a yard, if that.
Diego Solano is on that tackle. He was the end man on the line of scrimmage and wound up getting in on the tackle.
So now it's going to be 2nd down and 9 for the Falcons as they break the huddle. Jeff Warbington, the sophomore quarterback. He's a young guy in there leading that Falcon offense. Split backs, twins left. And we're set. He's going to keep it. Going to pitch it out to the right. Fumble. The ball's on the ground. It's loose. And I believe the War Eagles have the football. Let's see what the call is. I don't know. We still haven't seen an indication yet. Man, that ball was loose around there, and somehow or another, Dacula came up with that ball. So it's going to be, looks like it's going to be 3rd and long. Man, oh man, that ball was loose, and it looked like somebody fell on it for South Forsyth. But fighting for it on the bottom of the pile, the Dacula Falcons took it away. But it is 3rd down and about 19.
It's hard to get a view on who fell on that ball first, but I tell you what, in their mind, they're thinking, I wish I had a chance all over again.
Wow, that would have been a big play there. Looking long, actually short over the middle, but a nice open field tackle there, and it's 4th down and long. That looked like number 2, Ben Fish.
Once again, we get a chance to see Ben Fish make that one-on-one tackle. Boy, he just gets in that area where a running back can make a juke move or some kind of move and just lose him, and he can fall down, and then the running back's off to the races. But in this case, this kid is real good in the open field tackles.
Definitely Ben Fish, a junior defensive back. So now it brings up 4th and long, and Dacula will punt. And it looks like Philip Williams and Brian Brannon back deep. There's a kick, fairly deep, going to be taken by Brannon over there on the left side. He might have a yard or 2 on the gain, but that's going to be it. But the South Forsyth War Eagles will take over on offense for the first time here in the 2nd half.
Well, Brian Brannon just stepped right in front of Williams and kind of took the ball away. And got to be aggressive going after that ball. It seemed like Brandon just wanted it a little more. Huh?
Sure did. Trying to make something happen there. Brian Brannon, the senior receiver and defensive back. Now we got a man in motion to the right side. Flags fly. Looks like we got some motion there. So we'll back it up 5, and it'll be 1st down and 15.
Look like the offensive line is moved a little bit, kind of flinch. Once they put their hand on the line, on the ground, they can't move from that point on.
Yeah, they definitely got to be still. Brannon split wide to the right. And in motion. Ellis pitches outside. Got a little room there, and that is Scott Smith on the carry. Nice little gain there. Picks up about 10 yards or so after a 1st and 15 situation. So now it's going to be 2nd down and about 4.5. So nice little pickup there by Scott Smith.
Philip Williams wound up doing a good job of blocking on that stock blocking. What you have is a wide receiver go out. Well, in his case, a running back, he went in motion, but he wound up stock blocking pretty well out there and creating opening up a lane for the running back.
There you get a shot of Ellis. This time a man in motion to the left side. They're going to hand it off the right side and then just barrel forward there. And that looked like Greg Lee. So Lee gains about 2 yards on that play. 2 or 3, and it's going to bring up, looks like a 3rd down and about a yard, maybe less than that.
Good job of blocking once again by Adam Johnson. He's doing a good job on the inside of blocking and moving his man around, creating that lane for Greg Lee.
Brandon will be wide to the left this time, along with Nathan Samples. Dual backfield, and they're going to hand it off straight ahead. And I believe they've got that 1st down by better than a yard or so. And that was Greg Lee.
War Eagles come back and they run over on that left-hand side. Beyond Josh Bird, number 76. They're picking and choosing which side they want to run, either behind Adam Johnson or Bird. Either one of them, it doesn't matter. They're creating those holes.
Twins left now. 2-back set. Ellis, hand off to the left side again, and they're just pushing it right down the field. That looked like Scott Smith off the left side for a gain of about 2 or 3.
And this is the kind of drive you want to see in this series when coming out and people blocking. You know, they made a mistake the first play and offensive lineman jumping off sides, but now you want to settle down and start clicking, and if you can continue to make 4 or 5 yards, you're going to get the first down, and before you know it, you're going to be in the end zone.
Definitely controlled offense here. Ellis looking to throw this time out in the flat, complete to the left side, and that's Nathan Samples, the senior receiver, for the catch and the first down.
Here we have a routine play, just run the right receiver down and running a stop pattern where he goes about 5 yards, 6 yards downfield, stops, turns around, and looks for the ball. And then Wesley Ellis just connects with Nathan and makes the first down.
Looks like Greg Lee and Scott Smith pretty much interchange. As Lee came out of the game, Smith goes in. So you got 2 big fullback type backs there as you get a look at Coach Norris Vaughn and the coaching staff there. Here we go. 2-back set to the right. Ellis looking to throw downfield. He's looking. He's going to throw into the flat. Oh, tipped and then almost caught down there by Scott Smith. Wow. It could have been intercepted, then it could have been caught. So, wow.
Coach Vaughn talking to Ellis on that sideline saying, you know, son, be careful.
Yeah.
Right now, you don't want to make a mistake. You want to make sure you maintain this drive. If you throw the ball away, you got second down, you still can come back and have another try at it.
2nd down and 10 for the War Eagles, who leads 7-3 here with 7 minutes and 17 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Brandon wide to the left. Samples up to the right. Handoff left side. Found a little seam there across the 35 and down to the 34. Phillip Williams with a big play there.
Once again, you got to give that offensive line credit for. They're just opening up some holes. You got Josh Bird and Johnson. They're just knocking people around and giving Williams an opportunity to find a lane.
So Williams will come out of the ball game momentarily. Scott Smith and Greg Lee, the 2 backs in the backfield, but the receiver to the left and right. Quick throw up the middle to the tight end, and that is Max Smith. He's close to a first down after a nice little throw there by Wesley Ellis.
Robert Sexton having a good block on that play, too. He was the right tackle for coming off the ball and creating a little crease there for the tight end, so that way the quarterback Ellis can see him. He just got him the ball quickly, and they made some quick yards.
Last year, Max Smith recorded 13 catches. Heck, he's already at several tonight. Once again, receiver to the left and right. Ellis. Ooh. Dacula wasn't fooled on that play. Greg Lee hitting the backfield there for about a 6 or 7 yard loss.
Jeremy Sharpton on that play. He's the linebacker that came up and blitzed through the B gap. Just created some problems right away and made that tackle.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 16 now for the War Eagles. Now we have a stoppage of play here. And it looks like we got a timeout. So while the War Eagles take a timeout, we will too, right here on Football 97.
When you have questions about keeping your automobile running its best, stop by Forsyth Brick and Tune-Up, the county's oldest, cleanest, and most reliable shop. Here you'll receive friendly, professional help from state-certified technicians who will assist you inspect and repair your vehicle using state-of-the-art equipment. We're headquarters for all your emission testing and repair needs. Remember, if you want it repaired properly the first time, stop by and see the professionals at Forsyth Brake and Tune-Up on Canton Highway in Cumming.
Back to War Eagle Stadium here. Second down and 16 for the War Eagles, who lead 7-3 with 6 minutes, 11 seconds left in the third quarter. They're going to pitch it out to the left side. Looks like Williams is on his feet still making some moves, and he's not going to go down. He's finally brought down after actually probably a loss of about a yard. So it's going to bring up third down and long now for the War Eagles.
That's probably the toughest yard that Williams made so far, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Even then, he wound up coming up with minus yard.
Yeah, it took about 6 guys to bring him down there. He just kept bouncing off of tacklers and was able to make a little something happen. He definitely has some talent, man, oh man.
Kind of glides along, and when he finds that crease ball, boom, he's accelerating and through there.
Definitely. He's had a nice defensive game tonight, too, making a couple of nice tackles and then doing it there on special teams as well. Now we got penalty flags. So let's check the penalty now. Looks like we have delay of game on the offense. So back him up 5 more. It's now third down, and I'd say about a good 25 yards or so, 24 yards for the first down. 2 backs, receiver out to the right. We have another flag, and we'll blow that one dead. Looks like we might have had a little movement there. Looks like we got a false start in the offense, so move it up back 5 more, and man, oh man, they're going to be on the other side of the field here before long. Third down and close to 30, now I'd have to say now. Third down and 26 officially. Now player substitutions there. There's number 54, Augie Frost.
Let's go.
Got to get him going there. Ellis up to the line. Again, 2 backs. Looking to pass. He's going to drop back. He's going to throw that little screen in the middle. Oh, they're going to throw downfield, a little trick play, thrown a little short, and it's going to be intercepted by Dacula across the 30, across the 35, and he's brought down right at the 40-yard line. There is a flag on that play, so we're going to have to check the penalty there. Let's check the penalty. So it was clipping on Dacula, but it was after the interception, so they'll just back him up. But Dacula will be on offense. They threw it out there to Phillip Williams.
Here we get a chance to see Williams again trying to make that pass. It's one of those plays where you know you can't reach the receiver with the ball, you don't want to throw that interception. And sometimes you get frustrated and you try to make something happen. You want to be successful so bad that you wind up making a mistake like that.
Threw it just a little bit short there, as you saw in the instant replay. So now the Falcons will have a chance here on their own 25. First down and 10. 5 minutes left in the third quarter, and they'll hand off to Poole up the middle, who has a little hole across the 30, across the 35 to about the 36-yard line. Still a 7-3 ball game. I tell you, both teams have been able to really move that ball. It's amazing that the score is as low as it is.
That's that old saying, they bend but they don't break, right? No way they let them get it in the end zone.
The War Eagles could use a little grits blitz right now, I guess. Huh? There you get a look at Warbington. We'll hand off to Poole off that right side. The War Eagles stack it up pretty good, though. This Poole gains about a yard. Gonna bring up second down and about 6 yards.
Poole's got some powerful legs. He just seems to find a little crease and, boy, move the pile maybe 4 yards.
Yeah, he keeps driving, that's for sure. So second down and 6 now for Dacula. And they hand off again to Poole over that right side. Man, oh man, he just keeps driving, and he's close to that first down marker. I believe he's about a yard short. Still, nice little gain of about 4 yards.
The best defense to play on Poole is to stop him before he gets started.
Yep.
Make sure you get there quick and
Wrap
make
up on
conduct.
him.
That's
Yeah.
right, and get those arms around him and make sure you pull him down to the ground.
So here we go. Big 3rd down and 1 here for the War Eagles defense. Going to hand off to Poole over that right side, and I believe he's got the first down across the 47. That'll be 1st down and 10 for the Dacula Falcons. Again, they go to their big play man, Rico Poole, the senior running back, who rushed for over 1,500 yards last season. That saw the Dacula Falcons go 12-1. 3 minutes, 15 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. You're watching Football 97 on Prestige Vision 4. Lynn Kane along with Dave Garner, bringing you all the action. That pass is incomplete out in the flat.
Jeff, he just seemed to throw the ball right into the ground, but we can take a play like that. Just, that's a gimme there. So he makes it 2nd down and 10.
And Dacula will break the huddle with twins left. 2-back set. Handoff to, actually he's going to keep it. And Warburton's going to pick up about 3 yards.
Jeff Warburton doing a good job of faking there. Kind of had me faked out. I thought he gave it to the fullback. He just kept it and ran around the corner and made about 3 or 4 yards. That's what you look for in a quarterback like that, a kid who can fake, stick that ball in there in the gut and then pull it out at the last minute, then run around the corner and make us some yards.
So it's now 3rd down and 7 for the Falcons offense. A big play here for that War Eagle defense. Looking to get that ball back here. They're going to pitch it out to the left side. Got a little room across midfield. Across the 40, he's going to break it open across the 30, across the 20, and it looks like he's going to score. Number 42, Matt Willis, the senior running back for Dacula, scores to give the Falcons a 9-7 lead.
That's a tough play. You fight so hard to stay in this, stopping them from gaining yards, and you can just see it little by little. The team was kind of wearing down a little bit, and kid breaks through the line of scrimmage and makes a cutback, and no one's there. Here we get a chance to see it, and once he gets back to the cutting back across field, Matt Willis, there's just no one there. Here we get a quarterback going to try to bad snap, and he picks the ball up, and he gets tackled.
Yep, so the play there unsuccessful. So the Dacula Falcons take the lead, but still only by 2, and that's a big play there because a field goal gives the lead back to the War Eagles there. So
right now, all you have to do in order to win this ball game, the War Eagles would have to kick a field goal, get in position, kick a field goal, and they still have a good chance of winning the game.
So just a narrow 2-point lead with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. It's a fast-paced game. We're going to keep the action right here as Dacula will kick off for the South Forsyth War Eagles. Let's see if Philip Williams can duplicate what he did on the opening kickoff to set the tone here as the pressure sort of shifts now to the War Eagles to try to put some more points on the board.
Remember the last time that the Falcons kicked the ball, Dacula wound up kicking it into the corner, the left-hand side. Be interesting to see, they might be lining that ball up to kick it in the corner once again, keeping it away from Williams.
That'd be smart, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Brian Brannon back deep as well, and they're going to kick it. Wow, this is a booming kick. This is going to sail into the end zone and out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the South Forsyth War Eagles will start offense on their own 20-yard line. 1st down and 10 after a big booming kick there.
Exactly what we expected to happen. He was going to keep it away from Williams. With his speed and acceleration and his great vision, you're going to keep the ball away from him. There you get a strong kick in the end zone. That way no one returns the ball.
Now the War Eagles will try to do something with it here with 2 minutes, 13 seconds left in the third. 9-7 our score now. Dacula Falcons take the lead on that long run there by Matt Willis. Man in motion. Over the left side, pushed back for a little gain there. I believe that was Phillip Williams on the carry.
The War Eagles now going to get an early attitude check to see if you have the right attitude to stay in this ball game. You're still in the ball game, and you have to have the right attitude and know that you have to persevere this situation right now. You still got a chance to kick a field goal or score a touchdown.
Receiver to the left, one to the right with motion. That's Elijah Mitchell. And they're going to look deep there, and a nice catch by Brian Brannon for the first down. So there's a big play on offense to get things going. Gives the War Eagles a first down. And that was Brian Brannon, who had 30 catches last year for the War Eagles. So he's definitely the leading receiver on this football team.
Boy, I'm impressed with Ellis's poise. He drops back the pass. He's very poised back there and finds his man and makes a completion. Last year he had over 1,100 yards passing, but you can just see why the kid has a lot of confidence, why he's been successful.
Without a doubt. Here we go. Handoff left side to Scott Smith, who's going to be stacked up at the line of scrimmage and pushed back for no gain.
William had him in a tough time trying to find some yardage on that particular play. They've run that maybe around 10 times tonight, and it's the same results, especially in the second half. There's not much yards there.
Now Nathan Samples brings the play into the offense with 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Receiver to each side. Ellis looking deep. He's got a man downfield, overthrown. There was a little contact right around the 40-yard line between those two as the pass looked to be intended for number 25, Brian Brannon. But it was thrown just a little long there by Ellis. So that's going to bring up third down and 10 now for the War Eagles.
It'll be interesting to see what play they call in this third down and long situation. Normally they've gone to either a draw or a screen or something like that, but it'd be interesting to see what play they call now.
And now it looks like we've got flags flying here. Looks like we might have another delay of game penalty here or something.
They've got 12 men on the field. They're trying to substitute someone in and someone out, but they too many men on the field.
Yep. So that'll back the War Eagles up once again. The War Eagles, of course, came into this game ranked 13th by the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, and Dacula ranked 14th. Dacula was ranked 10th by a couple of publications, so definitely a tight matchup here in the first game ever at War Eagle Stadium, but now a big third down and 15 attempt here. We're going to throw that little middle screen. It's going to be caught, but sniffed out by the Falcons defense. That was number 21 for the War Eagles on that play. And now it's going to bring up fourth down and about 11. So the War Eagles look like they're going to have to punt here, and that's Greg Lee. Not only a fine running back, but dropping back to do the punt as well. And that is it for the third quarter as time expires. So it's 9-7, Dacula on top of South Forsyth. We're going to take a timeout and be right back with the fourth quarter on Football 97.
Where are you? Do you know where you want your business to go? Does your financial institution understand your direction? Or are you following plans designed for others? We are here to give you options you didn't know you had, to welcome you as the unique business you are and offer alternatives that are right for you, to create a relationship that will help you take your business where you want it to go.
Contact your local Wachovia of Forsyth County personal banker.
4th down and about 11 yards for the War Eagles. Greg Lee dropping back to punt. And he will get this one off, and it's a nice punt. It's going to send the return man back to about his own 20. Gets across the 25 to about the 26, and they'll start there, and that is Matt Willis. Now, we've talked about Rico Poole all night long for the Dacula Falcons, but Matt Willis scoring that long touchdown there, and then, of course, returning the punts and really having a good game as well on offense and defense for Dacula. He is a senior running back. Meanwhile, the War Eagles, they got to get the ball back here. We're underway in the 4th quarter, 4th and final quarter of play here in the first game ever at War Eagle Stadium. Warbington under the ball, going to hand off over the left side to Poole for a gain of about 3. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 7.
Max Smith doing a good job in the inside. He's the one that stuffed the guard and wound up causing Poole to have to hop over the pile.
Smith has had a heck of a game at tight end and on the defensive side of the ball. And now Dacula breaks with a receiver out to the right and left and a man in motion. Fish follows him over there. Pitch around that left side there. Found a little seam across the 40, close to the 45-yard line. There is a flag down. We'll check the penalty.
There's 2 flags on the side. One on the far side, one on the near side here.
Your referee, David Hallquist. And it will go against the Dacula Falcons. Looks like we got some holding going on there, so you can bring that one back. That's a break there for the War Eagles. That would have been a 1st down. So we'll back them up there. Scott Hudgens was in the game there, the sophomore defensive back, as he comes back out. So back them up to their own 25-yard line, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and long. 2nd down at about 12 yards. The War Eagles need to step it up here. Same formation, man out to the left and one to the right. Looks like twins out to the left actually there. The one back set, and a little draw up the middle. They got it snooped out though for no gain. So that's going to bring up 3rd down now at about 11.
Got a little one in front. He's about, I guess you're, how old are you? About 1 year old? 6 months, 7 months, 8 months?
Big 3rd down play here. 3rd and 12 officially for the Dacula Falcons. The War Eagles looking to get this ball back. Warbington looking to throw, going to throw out into the flat, complete, but hit there and brought down. Wow.
Nice tackle by Williams. He was just in the right place. Made that nice tackle.
That's a big boy out there in the flat too. Williams brought him down. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
That's a big play there. If Williams isn't there on that play, he's got a little room in front of him. They've got the 1st down easily and more, but as a result, it's going to be 4th down and a long 4 for the Falcons. So now Philip Williams will drop back along with Brian Brannon to return the punt. There's plenty of time left in this quarter, but the War Eagles don't want to wait. They want to get it going here. Here is the kick, and it's a nice one. We've had a nice duel between the punters tonight. That's going to be Williams is actually going to pick that ball up. He's got a little room, and he's going to be brought down inside the 20. He might have waited just a little too long to make a decision on that one.
Yeah, I think Williams was still thinking about that tackle. It's kind of like, it looks like he's a little nick, a little hurt. I'm not sure if it's leg or hip or something like that, but he's kind of exhausted at this point, I would think.
Definitely.
Going special teams, offense and defense.
I think he's been out there. He's been out there for all of it. That's for sure. Here you get a look at a couple of those linemen. Number 55 or 59, Jeremy Keever. Number 75, Adam Johnson. Little quick pass out to the left side there. Ooh, nice little move there for the completion. We don't have a number 21 on our roster, but I believe that's Brad Harkins, the junior wide receiver for the War Eagles.
Brad Hawkins with the shifty feet. He can set himself up on the sideline and wind up making a little dip move on the inside, and the defender bit on it, and he got back outside and made some more yardage out of it.
So now the War Eagles break the huddle. Williams out to the right side. Another quick little pass again to Brad. And another completion. That'll be a first down. And the South Forsyth War Eagles move the chains here with 9 minutes and 19 seconds left in the ball game. This is the fourth quarter. And the action is exciting. The fans are just a little tense here. They want their War Eagles to get back out in front. Again, twins to the left and right for the War Eagles. Ellis looking to throw it. He does out into the flat to Brian Brannon. There's a flag down. He's got the first down, but let's check the penalty. It was thrown by the back judge, so more than likely it's going to be, well, I don't know. Let's see. It's going to be, oh, yeah. That's a big penalty there. Wow. That was called by the back judge there, and the Dacula Falcons commit the roughing the passer, so it's going to be an automatic first down anyway for the War Eagles, who would have had it.
But the fans are getting fired up. It's
sure
almost hard to hear you.
Yeah, I can't hardly hear
words over there.
I'm sitting right next to you, and it's hard to hear, I tell you. But that's what they need.
Here we get a chance to see the replay, but we don't get to see the roughing the passer. But that's the call, and we get marked off some yardage board. The War Eagles in great position now. Look at it. Can you hear that now?
Whew. I can't, man, oh man, it's loud. It's like a college atmosphere here. First down and 10, the War Eagles come up to the line inside the Dacula 40-yard line. So the War Eagles are threatening here again with twins to the left and twins to the right. Another quick pass out there to the right side. There's a little bit of room out there, but sealed off nicely by the Falcons. Still a nice little gain of about 3 or 4 yards for Mr. Brian Brannon. Or actually, that was Brad Harkins. Check that.
Yeah, Hawkins doing a good job, boy. He's coming in the ball game at the right time, right?
Sure is.
Most excitement of this game, and they're on the drive, and he's the one that they're going to, the go-to guy.
So here we go again. Twins to the left and right. Ellis, the quarterback, looking to throw. He does. Oh, it's intercepted across the 30, across the 40-yard line, across the 45. Big interception there by number 9, Stephen Smith. Man, oh man, that hurts the War Eagles there. Big interception by Stephen Smith. So now, just like that, it turns right back around, and the War Eagles will have the ball at their own 46-yard line. You can see the emotion on the face of Coach Norris Bond there. That'll drive you nuts. So now it goes back to the Dacula Falcons with 7 minutes, actually just a little under 8 minutes left in the game. The War Eagles need to play some more defense. They hand off to Poole over the right side, who keeps driving and driving for a gain of about 3.5.
Josh Bird, and down at the bottom of the pile, he's just playing a fine game. He's just on offense and defense. Some of these guys are going both ways, and they should be just about exhausted at this point.
7.5 minutes left. Ball right at midfield. They're going to hand off to Poole over the left side, who gains about 2 or 3 more yards. Going to bring up third down and about 3. So a big third down coming up here for that War Eagle defense.
Diego Santiago on that play. Diego Solano on that play, on that tackle. These guys are just trying hard. You can just see the War Eagles are trying everything they have, pulling a T-shirt or the shirt and dragging on it and holding the guy down and grabbing a wrist or pinky just to make that tackle.
They sure are. They're going to pitch it out to the outside. Oh, he squeaks by there across the 45, and he'll have the first down to the 40-yard line. Nice option play there by the Falcons. Executed nicely for the first down. So first down and 10 on the War Eagle 40-yard line.
William and Smith was right at the right place. Here we're going to get a chance to see the pitch is made. Now watch, William and Smith come right there and kind of run into one another, and he just hit that crease and ran right through the would-be tackler and that Matt Willis on that carry.
Here we go, first down and 10, handoff left side. There's a little room over there. A nice tackle, though, by number 40. That was David Dyer, linebacker, making the tackle.
Boy, this is the point where you got to step it up. Like I say, it's you have to have the right attitude, and you want it right now. In that huddle, you need to say, hey, fellas, do we want this bad enough? We got to go to get a takeaway at this point. Turn this ball over.
Warbington up to the line. Second down and a long 4.5. Handoff right side for a gain of about 2. Once again, Rico Poole being called on there. So it's going to be third down now and about 3. And the War Eagles need to make a stop here.
Scott Smith on that tackle, boy, and that's what I'm talking about, that kind of attitude. You got to go make a play right now, and he just shot the gap and made the tackle.
So here we go, big third down here. 3rd and 3, Twins right with a 2-back set, Warbington under the ball. He's going to look to throw. He's looking out into the flat. He's going to throw downfield. It's going to be complete down to the 20-yard line. Ball knocked away, but he was already out of bounds. And he is inside the 20 to the 19. First down and 10 for the Falcons.
Well, that was an ideal play call that they're sprint out, roll out, what you call either sprint out or roll out, where you move in the pocket and then setting up the pocket to the outside. And there you have the pass by Jeff Warbington and made the completion. Here we get a chance to see him. He's rolling out. There's no one there, so it's a great call because everyone's expecting the call to be made on the inside.
First down and 10 now. Handoff left side. That's Poole driving in there, and he gets about 5 or 6, so he just keeps punching away at the War Eagles defense. Tackled there by number 35, Chris Moat, and number 56, Lance Callis. Chris Moat, a senior defensive end. So it's going to bring up second down and about 4.5 for the Falcons, who are driving deep into War Eagle territory. The Eagles need a stop here. There you get a look at Daniel Sharpton, number 5, to your near side. Handoff left side.
Great job by Scott Smith once again. I'm telling you, Scott Smith he's hustling. He shot that gap once again and just happened to catch Poole's ankles and trip him up so he can make the tackle. But fine job. You know, that's what you need, a tenacity, somebody to come in there and make the play. Like now, you need somebody to rise up and make the play.
So here we go, third down and 1 now for the War Eagles, and they need a big stop here. Crowd on their feet. Handoff right side, punching through there, and he's going to be into the end zone. Rico Poole, touchdown. That's going to make it 16, or actually that's going to make it 15-7 as we await the extra point. Handoff to Poole, and he just barreled his way through for the touchdown.
That's probably that is the first play that Poole's been able to just walk into the end zone or gain yardage without being hit or tackled by somebody within the first 2 or 3 yards. Here we get a chance to see Poole. Here's the handoff. Like I say, he comes in. There's a brush right there, but not much of a contact. And then the lane he sees, he finds the hole and makes it into the end zone.
Dacula calling a little brief timeout there. I don't know if they're going to try for 2 here or what. We'll have to wait and see. But either way, it's 15-7. Dacula on top of South Forsyth. They have come in here ranked 10th by some publications, ranked 14th by the Atlanta Journal and Constitution, while the South Forsyth War Eagles have been ranked 13th. So we knew this was going to be a battle coming in. The War Eagles still in this ball game, but time is of the essence with 3 minutes 52 seconds left. Here's the extra point attempt by Jeremy Edwards, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 3:52 left in the fourth quarter, your score, Dacula 16, South Forsyth 7. We're going to take a timeout and be right back on Football 97.